I don't have time. I don't have any time, says the average contractor. Today on Contractor Fight TV, I'm going to address those of you who continually find yourself each and every day saying, I just don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. Let's go. All right, you don't have time. You're overwhelmed. You don't have time. And here's why you don't have time. Because you're reactive about everything instead of being proactive. Guys, it's really as simple as that. Shit, we could just end the video right now. But we're not. I'm going to actually share with you a technique called time blocking, if you're not familiar with it. Just an overview of time blocking and how it can help you make sure that the time that you do have, you're spending on the right things. But before we get into that, I want to address the mindset here, guys, and that's you have freedom. You truly have freedom. So many people that say, I don't have time for things, they realize or they forget that number one, they do have time. Number two, they have a choice, okay? And number three, you're not a victim by default. So if you continually find yourself, we get messages like this all the time in our Facebook group and DMs and shit like that. I'm just so overwhelmed. I don't know how to do it all. I'm juggling all these things. Guys, you have choices. You have freedom. You are not you're not like the time god's little bitch, okay? So, got to drill that into your head. Now, I want to address this whole time management thing for contractors. I actually believe we're going to talk time management here today, but my own personal opinion is I can't manage time. Time is ticking no matter what. It's going. What I can manage are my priorities and my energy. If you want to get your act together with this whole time management thing, the first thing you got to do is you got to sit down at a regular time, regular place, pen in hand, computer, whatever it is, and pre-plan your week. Pre-plan your week. I typically do my pre-planning on a Sunday. Okay? We get up, we go for a walk, we might work out, whatever it is, but there's usually a chunk of time, never less than 2 hours for me, sometimes as many as 6 hours. In fact, I'm recording this on a Monday. Yesterday, Sunday, I spent 7.5, 8 hours planning this coming week. Okay? And some of you are like, holy crap, I don't have that time. Well, guys, one of the reasons that I have a pretty good balance of things going on and I get a lot of things done and we gain a lot of ground is because I take that time to pre-plan my week. I don't know who it was, one of the dead presidents that said, you want to chop a tree down, you give me 8 hours or whatever it is, I'm going to spend 6 of those hours sharpening my axe. That's what we're talking about here. Guys, without pre-planning, things slip through the cracks. Now, here's an important concept of this pre-planning thing. I want you to think of it this way. Time planning, how you're going to use your time, your energy, like we talked about, is like your money budget in your business. Okay? Stick with me here. On our financial budget in our business, we're telling money where to go. We have units of money and we're giving it a spot to go. This is what we're allocating for overhead. This is what we're, allocating, as part of the overhead for owner's salary and whatever it might be, and percentage for materials. Guys, we're telling the money where to go. This is no different. You have units of time, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock on the clock, these minutes, these hours, however you break them up, you have the freedom to decide how to use those available units of time, just like you are with the money that comes into your business. So you must take time to pre-plan. Second thing here, guys, I want to talk about with time blocking. Time blocking is simply getting clear on what needs to be done and blocking out in your day, on your calendar, a specified amount of time to work on this thing. Okay? Maybe it's the marketing of your business. Maybe it's sitting down and doing some job costing. Maybe it's pre-planning each project that you have to do. Whatever the things are that you have to do in the business, guys, assign them blocks of time. Time blocking, that's where it comes from. When you do that, and then you get rid of this thing, you take this and you turn it off or leave it in the truck. You don't get on email. You work on the shit you need to work on for 15 minutes or 1 hour or whatever the hell it is. you will find that you will get shit done. You will be dialed in. Parkinson's law, which we talk about all the time. The amount of time needed for something will be equal to the amount of time we make available for it. That's my paraphrase version of Parkinson's law, okay? If you're just going about your day and you're not putting times to the tasks that are important that you have to do, then it's just going to be this mishmash and whatever of time, and you're not going to get anything done because you're not going to be organized, okay? Guys, blocking your time creates useful limits for you, okay? That's backing up Parkinson's, right? You're putting a limit on the time that you're going to work on something. And when you do this, it's cool because it removes choice because you've already planned what you're going to do. So when you get to this block of time in your day, you don't have to choose how to spend it. You've already put it on your brain and on paper that this is how I'm going to spend it. It also focuses your attention. When you know I got 30 minutes to work on something, you're dialed in. These things combined make you way more productive. It's been said, there's been studies that have been done that say 40 hours that were time blocked is the equivalent of 60 hours of productivity, okay? Think about that. For every 40 hours you spend that are time blocked, that you're telling yourself how you're going to use these units of time, you're actually, 1.5 or so more productive with that time because you're more focused and you're less distracted, okay? Because you've already made the choice. So how do you do this? How do you time block? Got 3-4 things here I'm going to give you before we get out of here. Number 1, write out everything that you need to do. Okay? That's one of the things I do every week. Okay? I got my weekly sheet here. This is actually my daily sheet, but I start with this. Okay? And I write everything that I have to do in the upcoming week. What are the things that are just on my mind that need to be done? Then I estimate the times it's going to take me to do those things. Now, here's the fun part, okay? Then I get clarity. Second thing is I get clarity on what I need to do, what I need to dump and just not do at all, or what I need to delegate to somebody else on my team. Now, some of you guys might not have a team, okay? That's okay. But you can still get clarity of what you really need to do, or what you need to dump, or when you need to do it if you're not delegating it to somebody else. Okay, so the first thing is get clear on what needs to be done. Second is get clarity on what others have said, are your big rocks. What are the must-do things in the week? And you schedule those first, okay? Third thing is I don't overschedule my days. I don't overschedule my days because we're often very optimistic about how much we can get done in a day, and most of us don't check the 18 things off the list. In fact, my day has 3 main things a day that I do. That's it, just 3 things. And that's in addition to the normal shit that I have to do. So if I were working in the field as a contractor right now and had to actually go produce the work, that's going to take up the biggest chunk, biggest time block, okay? But my times around that, or possibly at lunch and in between, that's when I'm going to schedule in my 3 crucial things that are going to help me reach my goals. It might be marketing, returning phone calls, whatever it is for you. All right. And the last thing, guys, is track the time that you said. Like, I have here, it's funny, right here today, I had an hour and a half planned this morning, and I checked the box. There's my time block, okay, for finishing up the planning of all the shooting of the videos that we were doing here today. Okay, and I actually, I had an hour and a half planned, and it took me about an hour and 15 minutes to do it this morning. Okay, so you got to put it on paper, but then track it so as you go forward, you really understand how much time things take you. Okay, because like I said, we can get optimistic about things. Often things take much longer than what we think they're going to take. But guys, how you use the time in front of you is 100% your choice. It's 100% your choice. Like I said at the top of this, most are overwhelmed because they're reactive. And I promise you, those of you that are struggling, trying to wear all the hats in your business, and you got sales, and you got marketing, you got production, and you got people issues, and this and that, when you implement something like this time blocking here, and you're pre-planning your week, and you're telling those units of time how they're going to be used, I promise you, you're going to see the overwhelm go way down. your productivity and efficiency in your company is going to go way up. Guys, I got a tool for you, our Contractor Fight Planner, which some of you guys have seen. This is not a calendar. It really is a way to dial your brain in to make sure you understand what your true priorities are and your areas of focus need to be in. Head to thecontractorfight.com/plan. And listen, if you don't want to buy the full planner, you can download the daily sheet for free. Listen, I promise you, if you are overwhelmed by time demons right now, do what we did here, talked about here today. Pre-plan your week, time block. You're going to see your efficiency go through the roof, productivity go through the roof, and your stress go way down. You guys rock. I got to roll. I'm out.